CAT 2021, especially the slot 1 DILR, was a nightmare, especially when you had solved it in the exam. But when you come out of the exam, you suddenly realize that, oh, that was not so difficult as such. So what I'm going to do is take each set and solve that for you. And I hope you will enjoy solving it also, because there is a method in which any question, any type of question can be solved. Okay, so we'll look at the DILR section 2, which was there. And the first set, or the first question set that I'm going to solve is this one. The journals with 18 research papers written by 8 authors. I'm also looking at the 6 questions which are there. We will try to looking at and approaching this in the way, let's say you are doing it in an exam module. Okay, now let's look at that. A journal plans to publish. Let's quickly look at understanding what it is and what are the variables which are there. Because once you understand that, it becomes easier for you to figure out what are the questions, and then we can solve it too. A journal plans to publish 18 research papers written by 8 authors. So 8, 18. In 4 issues of the journal, Jan, April, July, October. Each of the research papers was written by exactly one of the 8 authors. 5 papers were scheduled in each of the first 2 issues. So 5 and 5. While 4 were scheduled in each of the last 2 issues. If you ask me, I can actually write down, this is April. We can look at this, right? April, July, Jan, April, July, and October. So Jan, April, July, and October. Let's say we already write this down. And there, we know that there are 5, 4, and 4 journals, the number of journals. Every author wrote at least 1 paper and at most 3 papers. So 1 and 3 is 1, 2, or 3. Okay. The total number of papers written by A, D, G, and H was double the total number of papers written by the other 4 authors, A, D, G, H. Now look at this interesting thing. A, D, G, H. Therefore, the other ones will be B, C, D, E, F. The ADGH is double that of B, C, E, F, and total is 18. Remember this. Total is 18. So which means if this is X, this is 2X, 3X is equal to 18. 3X is 18 means X is equal to 6. That means the total number of papers written them are 12 and 6. Very clearly, because this is double of it. Now look at this. The maximum that any individual can do is 3. That means each one of them is clearly 3, 3, 3, 3. Here, if I have 6, the division will be, it cannot be 3, right? It has to be 1, 1, 2, and 2. Because at least 1 has been written. We'll figure out who is 1, who is 2, etc. But I know that A, D, G, and H are clearly 3 articles written by each one of them. This is easier. This till here it is easier. Till here we have done. 4 of the authors were from India, 2 from Japan and China. Okay, now this is India. There are 4 of them. I don't know who. Japan and China, 2 and 2. It's a little tricky, but we'll figure out who is where. Each author belonged to exactly one of the 3 areas. This is what makes it really complicated actually. So M, A, and L. So manufacturing, automation, and logistics. And here, what is it? 4 of the authors were from logistics. So this is 4. And 2 were from the automation area. If 2 were from the automation area, clearly manufacturing also will be 2. This is, you need to remember the numbers, the manufacturing, automation, and logistics. This is India, Japan, and China. Nothing else is known till now. Okay. As per the journal policy, none of the authors could have more than 1 paper in any issue of the journal. So there could be, now look at this. We saw there are 5 of them, right? 5 articles published. So A cannot be twice. That's what it means. Okay. A has to be in 3 different places. Similarly, D has to be in 3 different months. Similarly for, what are the other 2? G and H also. Okay. Let's look at the way I want you to solve in an exam, whenever it happens. Of course, here I'm explaining this, but the way you need to do it is take up statement by statement, and if you have finished, okay, 1 is done, so you will get their entire picture. It's almost like an arrangement and a grouping kind of things. Like now, F is an Indian author from logistics area, wrote only 1 paper It was scheduled in the October issue. First thing I know that F is 1 here. He wrote, he is an Indian. F is an Indian from the logistics area. And he wrote only in October. So one of these guys is F. F. This is done. A was from the automation area and did not have a paper in the October issue. Now look at this. If A has written 3, and he is not in October, that means A should have been in Jan, April and July. A is from the automation area. So I put it in automation. We still do not know which country he is from, but this is also as of now done. None of the Indian authors were from the manufacturing area. One second. Manufacturing area. So these two are not from India. And none of the Japanese or Chinese authors were from the automation area. So none of the Japanese or the Chinese are from the automation area. That means A is an Indian very clearly. A has to be an Indian. Remember, A is an automation area. He cannot be from Japan or China. Therefore, he has to be from India. None of the Indian authors. It's still not done. Only this part of it is done. None of the Indian authors are from the manufacturing area. So I still don't know. So I know that A I got, F I got. There are 4 more people. Those 2 people will have to be from automation and logistics only. That means whatever the other 4, this, in fact, look at this. F and A, automation, there are 4 in logistics. These 2, F and A, are not. These 2 are also not from the Indian 2 people are also not from manufacturing, which means they have to be from A or L. We'll figure it out. We have still not got it. A and H are from different countries, but had their paper scheduled in exactly the same issues. Now this is interesting. H also has 3 papers. So that means H has to be here, H has to be here, H has to be here. H cannot be I. So H has to be either J or C. We will figure it out. This is done almost, but not fully done because I still have to find out for H. C and E are both Chinese. Now look at this. C and E are Chinese. Only 2 people are Chinese, remember this? And A and H are different, we said. A and H are different, we said. That means H has to be here because there are only 2 people. We'll figure it out. C and E are Chinese. H is India. He is Japanese, clearly. Now I'm almost getting everything. Wait, we will figure it out more. This is also done. C and E are both Chinese authors from different areas. Both had the same number of papers scheduled. Further, E had papers scheduled in consecutive issues of the journal, but C did not. That means minimum though there is 2. Now just understand this. Look at this. 2, 2. You cannot have 3, 3. Remember this because 6 only are there. And C and E have exactly the same number of papers. It has to be more than 1. That means this has to be 2. This has to be 2. And that means B is 1. C is 2. E is 2. B is 1. And what else is given? E had scheduled in consecutive issues of the journal, but C did not. So C is not consecutive. E is consecutive. Fair enough. Almost done, but not done fully. Will B from the logistics area. B is from the logistics area. B is from the logistics area, has a paper scheduled in April. So B is here. Logistics area. We don't know where, which country is he from. We do not know, but B from the logistics area. B and G belong to the same country. Now look at this. B and G have to belong to the same country. You have only 1 J here. That means those 2 have to be your Indians. So A, B, C, D is missing here. So D has to come here. Now you know, FA, B and G cannot be here. We know that B and G cannot be manufacturing. B and G has to be there for automation or logistics. This is not B, this is not G. If this is not B, this is not G, it is not F and A, it's not FABG, FABG. None of them FABG are there. We still didn't get anything in manufacturing. We'll come back. B is from April. B got it April. Okay. B and G belong to the same country. None of their papers were scheduled in the same issue of the journal. Now, B and G. G has 3 journals, 3 papers. It cannot be in April. That means this has to be G, G and G. This is done. D, a Japanese author from manufacturing. D is a Japanese author from manufacturing. Did not have a paper scheduled in July. He is not in July. Remember, D also has 3 papers. He is not in July. Therefore, this has to be these 3. Now, just think about it. We have only 4 more places to go. Remember, there are 5, 5, 4, and 4. Who are the 2 people? C and E. Now, one more thing we understood. E has scheduled consecutively. C did not. Now, if E is these 2, then C will be consecutive. E is, of course, April and July, then C will be Jan and October. E cannot be again July and October because again you will have consecutive. That means clearly E has to be these 2, C has to be this. I have got everything almost done. Wait, what else is required? D is the Japanese author aa gaya. And I will schedule, this is done. B and G belong to this. C and H belong to different areas. C and H belong to different areas. Okay, C and H belong to different areas. We have the total number of papers written was double. None of the Indian authors are from manufacturing. So we got none of them from manufacturing here. So this is, who can this be? None of the Indian authors from, and were from the automation area. C and D both different, both from different areas. C and E also are from different areas. C and E also from different areas. We have one, C and H also from different areas. C and E are different areas. C and H also from different areas. So C has to be in one place where E and H are other places. So let's look at what is missing for us. Okay, 3 is not done. Let's look at this. None of the Indian authors were from the manufacturing area. So none of the Indian authors from the manufacturing area, and none of the Japanese or Chinese authors were from the automation area. So HDCE cannot be from automation. HDC and E cannot be from automation. If HDCE cannot be from automation, who else can be automation here? A is there, FB is gone, A is already there. That means G has to be automation because HDCE cannot be automation clearly. We also know C, E and H have to be different. So therefore, the C has to be here and E and H has to be here. I think we got everything done now. Everything done now. So let's look at, this is done. This is done. This is also done. This is also done. Everything is done. Let's look at which is the correct sequence of number of papers written by B, C, E, and G. B, C, E, and G. B is 1, C is 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. This is my answer. How many papers were written by the Indian authors? Indian authors. Now F is 1, A is 3, B is 1, G is 3, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 authors. Which of the following statements must be true? Every country has at least one paper by authors. Okay, sorry, every issue had at least one paper by authors from each country. Let's just check it out. A is AHDG, DC is there. So Japanese also, Chinese also is there, and Indian also is there. ADE, correct. AHE is there. F is from India. D is from Japan, and yes, this is also absolutely true. That is true, absolutely. So statement A is absolutely true. Every issue had at most 2 papers by authors. At most, meaning maximum 2 papers by authors from each area. Authors from each area. Okay, what is this? Every issue had at most 2 papers by authors from each area. So, authors from each area he is asking. So DC is maximum. Okay. AG. Okay. FBE. Do we have anything like this? FBEH. We should counter that 3 we should get, right? From each area. B, E, this is, look at this, B, E and H, B, E and H, B, E and H. This is a slightly difficult question, but you have from the same logistic area, 3 papers in April. So this cannot be true. Only statement A comes in. Only statement A comes in. Which of the following is false? Now the reverse question we are asking. Every issue had at least 1 paper by author from automation area. What is this? Every issue had at least 1 paper by automation area. A and G. This is true. This is true. Every issue had exactly 1 paper by a Chinese author. Chinese author is C and E. Correct. This is also true. Every issue had exactly 2 papers. Exactly 2 papers by logistic area. Now logistic area is who? Exactly 2. No, it's not 2. We just now found out April 5th. In fact, if you get the statement B, this is your false area. Therefore, answer is 3 for this also. You get this also. Next, which is the following? Again, see, the problem with this question was about not only that you solve it, you had 3 questions where you have to go back to question by question. I think the last one will be easy. Which of the following is the correct sequence of the number of papers by authors from automation, manufacturing, and logistics? Automation, manufacturing, and logistics. Number of papers. Automation, A and G. A and G is 6. Automation, manufacturing, D and C, 3 and 5. And therefore 11, 7 it should be. 6, 5, 7 it should be the answer. 6, 5, 7. It should be 2 answer for this. And which of the following statements are false? There were exactly 2 papers by authors from manufacturing area in the July issue. In the July issue, manufacturing is DC. DC exactly 2. No, answer is false. Very clearly, you will get your answer. 6 questions on 6 questions, solvable, not really difficult, but the only reason why it takes time is because there are 4 issues, 18 papers, 8 people, 3 countries, and 3 different areas. And that is what made it complicated as such. I hope you have solved it and enjoyed it. Try solving it again whenever you are solving it, because this is where you will become better and better. Thank you. Okay, this was the easiest set for slot 1. And ideally, you should have got 4 on 4 without much of an ado. Let's look at this question. Answer the question. This is a very straightforward question. I mean, it's like data interpretation. And I think the IIM service would have also thought that, yeah, 4 questions to sabko dena padega. Anyway, the horizontal bars in the above diagram represent 2020 aggregate sales. The horizontal are 2020 aggregate sales, rupees million of a company for 4 different subcategories and products. The top 4 product subcategories, bookcases, chairs, furnishing, tables, belong to furniture category. Till here it is furniture category. The top 4 and the belong to the furniture. The bottom 4, A, C, M, and these are accessories, and down are belong to technology category, while all the other sub products belong to office supply. For each of the product categories, there is a vertical line. So vertical line we can see here, vertical lines corresponding to the subcategory 2019. So the bar chart is 2020, the bar, and the vertical line is the 2019 numbers. Simple question. The total sales in 2019 from products in office supply is closest to 2. The good thing is, look at the choices also, very, very far. I can just take approximations if I want. So this is what 2019 we is asking, right? This is about 3.5 plus 0.54, 4 plus 2, 6, 6.5 I can take it, 6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12.4, 12.4, 13.4 at least. Then add a little couple more, 13.4. It will be more than 13.4 and less than 14 for sure. What should be the answer? 13.5 is the answer. You know, don't waste your time on these kind of questions. Just look at the difference in the products. The percentage increase in sales in furniture category. Now, this is the problem. I have to solve this. Furniture category, these are the 4. Now, what is my 19 here? This is again, I'll take the approximation here. 4.5. Look at the reason why I can take approximation, guys. 1%, 25, 28. Okay, look at this. This is 4.5. In fact, you can see clearly that it will not be very high. So 4.5, 4.4, this is 6.4, 7.4, 8.4, 8.3, we can take it. 8.3 plus 6, 14.3, 14.5. So it is starting from 14.5 in 2019. 2020, we'll see what is the number. This again, I will take it as 2.2, 4.2, 4.3, 4.3 plus 4.5 is 8.8, 8.8 plus 7 is 15.8. How much is it? 1.3 more than 14 point. 1.3 divided by 14.5. 1.3 divided by 14.5. Clearly, you can, this is nothing but 13 by 145 approximately, less than 10%. Less than 10%, more than 1%, answer has to be 8. Answer has to be 8. Again, I don't even want to look at whether it's exactly correct or not, but it cannot be 20%, it cannot be 25, it cannot be 1 also. Now, look at this. How many subcategories had sales of 4 million or more in 2019 and registered an increase of excess of 25% in 2020? So the 4 million or more. So 4 million is this number in 2019. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are only 5 of them. How many of them more than 20%? Now look at this, 25% rather. This 6.2, 6.2, 25% will be 1.5 at least more. 1.25% on 6.2 is 1/4, 1.5 at least. 6.2 plus 1.5 is 6.2 plus 1.5 will be 7.7 at least. This is on, let's say 7. So this cannot be the answer. So first one cannot be the answer. Second one is very small. I can forget about it. Third one, this is odd. 4.4 plus 1.1, I'll take it. 5.5. It is less than 5.1. This cannot be the answer. This is anyway, machines is less. The last one is only this, 5.6. Even if I take it 6 plus 1.5, 7.5, this is more than 7.5. This definitely, phones comes, therefore answer has to be 1. And of course, this one is a large, slightly longer question, but you have to solve it. The improvement index for a category is the maximum percentage increase in the sales from 2019 to the percentage increase from any of its subcategories. The correct order of categories in the increasing order of this improvement index is, the improvement index for a category is the maximum percentage increase in sales from 2019 to among any of its subcategories. The correct order of categories in increasing order of this improvement index is, okay. He is asking maximum percentage in sales among any of its subcategories. This is a subcategory, product subcategories. So what is the maximum which is getting? I will just have to check. What is the minimum I am getting? That I have to check. That's it. We'll figure it out. What is the answer? What is the highest here? This is going down, doesn't matter. This is 1.9 to 3.1. 1.9 to 3.1. This will be how much? 3.6 to 5.4. 3.6 to 5.4. This is more. 12 by 19. 12 by 19 will be almost 6 times, 60%. This is 60%. This is only how much? 2.4, 2.8. 28 by 36. That's also much higher actually. This will be higher than 60%. 28 by 36 will be almost like 4 by 5, almost 80%. So you have office supply. Office supply will be okay in increasing order of the improvement index. This will be lowest. We've got it 6.2 to 7. That's about 10%, 12%. And let's look at which is the highest for this 4. 3.1 to 4.4. That's 25%. This we got it as more than 25%. So clearly the highest here is 10%. Then this one, technology, furniture, technology, and office supplies. Furniture, technology, and office supply. Most probably my answer for 10th question should be 1. Let me just check it out so that we don't make a mistake of it. Absolutely. Furniture, technology, and office supply. This is here. Because we are talking about any one subcategory, and that is what we need to look at it. This particular thing, at least 3 questions were sitters, even the 4th one was sitter, if you quickly understand the idea, right? This particular set probably requires a little bit of a quickness in understanding what graph to draw or what way you start this so that you get it quickly and faster. Okay, we'll solve this. It is going in an exam. I think this is going to take a little more time than normal because there are not all questions are not direct. Maybe 2 questions you can still solve it. I'll figure it out. But if you look at the overall, one important thing to realize about CAT, the IIMs or anything will not give you too difficult questions. Yeah, unfortunately, it might take enough time. If you are ready to put in that 8 to 12 minutes, I'm saying 8 to 12 minutes because it will take time for us to understand the set itself. And if you are not panicking, your ability to sift through the question and figure out what is the best way to start will become easier. Let's see how this particular question can be solved. Okay, right. GK, Ganga, Kaveri and Narmada, 3 women who buy 4 raw materials: mango, apple, banana and milk, and sell 5 different products: mango smoothie, apple smoothie, banana smoothie, etc., etc. Table 1 gives information about the raw materials required to produce the 5 finished products. Finished product is this, raw materials is this. 1 unit of a finished product, 1 unit of, let's say, mango smoothie requires 1 unit of each of the raw materials, 1 unit, mentioned in the second column of the table. 1 unit of the milk, mango, apple and banana cost 5, 3, 2 and 1 rupees respectively. So milk, mango, apple and banana cost you 5, 3, 2 and 1 rupees cost price. Each unit of the finished product is sold at a profit equal to 2 times the number of raw materials. That means if the cost price of this mango and milk is 8 rupees, the selling price of this will be 2 times the number of raw materials. The number of raw materials is 2, 2 twos are 4. That means the selling price will be 12. Similarly, apple and milk is 2 plus 3, 7, plus 4, 11. Banana and milk is 1 plus 5, 6, plus 4 is 10. Mango, apple, banana, milk, all 4 of them 11 rupees, but there are 4 ingredients, the number of raw materials, 4 into 2, 8 rupees. So 19 should be the selling price. And mango, apple and banana, 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. And since there are 3 ingredients or 3 different raw materials, the profit will be 3 twos are 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So selling prices of mango smoothie, apple smoothie, banana smoothie, etc. is given to you. Leftover raw materials are sold during the last business hour of the day for a loss of 1 rupee. So for example, selling price for the last hour for milk will be 4, this will be 2, this will be 1, and obviously 0. This is obviously 0. It doesn't matter. 4, 2 and 1. This is the selling price of the leftover raw materials. Okay. Now what else is given? Now I have just put it across how I will do this. The amount in rupees received from sales revenue for each woman in each of the 4 business hours of the day is given. For example, table 2, Ganga got 23 rupees sales. In the last business hour, she would have sold along with the leftover raw materials. We'll figure it out. Similarly, 21, 29. Let's look at it. So what I've done here is Ganga, let's say this is 23 I want, 21 I want, 29 I want, and 30. So also let's look at what are the selling prices. Selling prices of mango smoothie was what? 12, 11, 10, 19, 12. 12, 11, 10, 19, 12. Correct? Now, just think about, for example, just to understand this, Kaveri is 19 rupees she got Kaveri. There's no other way to get 19 except selling the mango fruity. That's very, very clear that she is selling MFS. But anyway, let me read some of these. No one except probably Ganga sold any mango smoothie. That 12 rupees mango smoothie will not be for Kaveri or for Narmada. At most, it can be for Ganga. Okay. Every woman sold either 0 or 1 unit of any single finished product. So maximum is 1 single of any finished product. That's important. 0 or 1. Okay. Of every individual product. Each woman had exactly 1 unit each of 2 different raw materials as leftover. There are only 4 materials. Only 2 of them are leftover. Between these milk, mango, apple and banana, only 2. No banana, no one had banana left over. In fact, that means only milk, mango and apple, only 2 out of 3 will be there. 2 out of 3 will be there. Okay, fine. This looks like fine. Let's look at what are the possibilities. And look at the questions first, very quickly. What best can be concluded? How many are fruit salads sold? What is necessarily true? If it is known that 3 leftover units of mango were sold during the last business hour, how many apple smoothies were sold? What best can be concluded in the number of milk units totally? Okay, we have to solve this completely. There's no choice. Now look at this 23. 23 can come in 11 plus 12, or in fact, there's only 11 plus 12, nothing else. Now the problem is Ganga can sell mango smoothies. No one except possibly Ganga sold mango smoothie. So if it is 23, it is 12 plus 1. So it is apple smoothie plus mango smoothie, or apple smoothie plus fruit salad. So this is definite. So either this or this exists. I don't know which one. For this one, for 23, I cannot find out. However, look at 21. 21 has to be your apple smoothie and mango, 21 itself. That means apple smoothie and banana smoothie for sure. Then 29. 29 has to be 10 and 19 only. Is there anything else? Yeah, nothing, 10 and 19. So banana smoothie and mango fruit salad or smoothie, whatever. And 30, we'll come back to this 30 later in a moment. Let's look at this 19. So there is nothing else. 22. 22 has to be 10 and 12. It cannot be 2 11s. Remember 2 11s, there are only 1 unit of this thing. So 10 and 12. 10 and 12 has to also cannot be mango smoothie. Therefore, it has to be banana and fruit salad. Banana and fruit salad. 22. 30. 30 also can be 19 and 11. 19 and 11. MFS and AS. MFS and AS. And 27. We'll come back to this 27 in a moment. 31. 31, where will I get 19 plus 12? So it has to be these two. Then 21. 21 has to be 10 plus 11. Apple smoothie and banana smoothie. 23. 23, how do you get? 23, 23. Okay, it has to be 12 and 11. And this time it has to be apple smoothie and fruit salad, because you know that Narmada cannot be selling mango smoothies. And now look at the last point. 30 is the money that Ganga got. 30 is the money that Ganga got. And we know something interesting here. So milk, mango, apple. This is sold at 4, 2 and 1 rupees. Correct? Any 2 Ganga has. Any 2 Ganga has. So minus I have to do. So it could be either 6. If I take milk and mango, it will be 6. It will be milk and apple, it will be 5, or it will be 3. So if let's say 30 minus 3, let's say Ganga has mango and apple, that means you would have sold 1 unit of this, 1 unit of this. That is 3 rupees from this 30 would have been because of this leftovers. That is 27. But there is no combination I'll give me 27. So that means to say it cannot be mango and apple. That means it has to be with milk something else. Now with milk, you will get 6 or 5. If it is 6, it is 24. If it is 5, that is milk and apple, it is going to be 4. Sorry, it is going to be 25. But again, I can see if it is milk and apple will give you 5 rupees. Out of the 30, 5 rupees removed, that will make it 25. There is no combination will give me 25, which means I know Ganga would have milk and mango left. So I will say milk and mango left for Ganga, 6 rupees, 1 mango and 1 milk left, 1 unit of milk and 1 unit of mango left. 30 minus 6 is 24. 24 could have to be 1 mango smoothie and 1 fruit salad for sure. For sure. Right? Here we do not know whether it's mango smoothie or fruit salad, but here definitely it has to be these two. So this is also done. So I have done all these things. This is also done. Now 27. 27 minus, again, if I do 3, it will be 24. But we know that Kaveri cannot sell mango smoothie, so it cannot be 3. It has to be again 5 or 6. So 27 minus 5 is 22. So this is 22. Or if it is minus 6, it is 21. If it is 22, Then banana smoothie, and this has to be banana smoothie and fruit salad. If it is 21, it has to be banana smoothie and apple smoothie. The only two possibilities. So banana smoothie, in both cases, banana smoothie is definitely there. So either it is apple smoothie or fruit salad. That's the only thing I will get to know for this one. This is done. Lastly, 22. 22 minus. Now, please understand, if I do minus 5, minus 3 will give me 19. That is clear. But if it is minus 5, 22 minus 5 is how much? 17. 17, there is no combination. Similarly, minus 6. 22 minus 6 is 16. 16 also, there is no combination. Hence, it has to be one mango and one apple. Guarantee it has to be one mango and one apple, which means 19, and it has to be only one MFS. Now, here in Kaveri, we saw if it is 22, that is 5 down. So either it is one milk plus one apple, or it is one milk plus one mango. We do not know which one, but I know that it is either minimum one milk, and here there is definitely no milk. I think I got the answers. Let's look at this. What best can be concluded about the number of units of fruit salad sold in the first hour? Fruit salad, this is guarantee one. This is guarantee one in the first hour. No here. Either this is there in Ganga, or Ganga has sold the fruit salad or not sold. So either it is 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2. This has to be the answer for this. It cannot be anything. It is not 0. It is minimum 1. Which of the following is necessarily true? Ganga did not sell any leftover apples. Yes, this is absolutely true, because Ganga would have sold one milk and one mango at the end of it. This is necessarily true. I don't even have to check the other ones actually. Kaveri sold 1 unit of leftover mangoes. Not necessarily. It could be apples also. Narmada sold 1 unit of leftover milk. Narmada sold 1 unit of leftover. In fact, it is definitely not 1 hour of leftover milk. Ganga did not sell any leftover mangoes. We saw that Ganga did sell 1 leftover mango. So clearly answer is choice 12. This is an interesting question. What best can be concluded about the total number of units of milk the 3 women had in the beginning? So we are assuming that they will buy everything and then sell it in the next 4 hours. So let's look at it. 18, 19, 20. How many milk are there? Minimum guarantee milk. So milk is required except for except for fruit salad. Milk is required everywhere. So minimum guarantee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units here. Plus we will figure it out. Then 6 plus 1, 7 units here guarantee. 7 units plus 1, it could be 7 or plus 1. Here what is the guarantee? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now again here also 6 plus 1 possibly. And here what is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is only 5. There is no extra guarantee. There is no other thing. So 13 plus 5, 18 is the bare minimum. Plus 2, 20 is the maximum. 18 or 19 or 20. 18 or 19 or 20. Beautiful question. Very easy if you kind of make it in this way. Last, if it is known that 3 leftover units of mangoes were sold. Mangoes, so that means this is the thing we are getting. That means mini milk and mango, 6 rupees done. If 6 rupees done, 21. So BS and AS we are getting. That is AS comes in here. Okay, what is the question? How many apple smoothies were sold during the day? Very clearly. 1 apple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the answer. You would have got 5. You could answer the 1 and you get your answer. I hope you've enjoyed this question. Very simple. But the most important point is, how do you draw the graph? If you can draw the graph or the table for you to do it quickly, you will get it fast. That is the most important part of this particular question. Okay, this is a very interesting set, again, a pure distribution kind of a set where you have 7 people and having some kind of relationship with each other kind of things. Let's go through this set, and I'm pretty sure that at the end of it, you will be really, really happy about that. Look, this kind of a set came in CAT, but of course, in the exam, the same set is not easy to solve. A, B, C, D, E, F are F and G are 7 people in a town. Any pair of them could either be strangers, acquaintances, or friends. All relationships are mutual. For example, if Amuda is a friend of Bharatan, then Bharatan is also a friend of Amuda. This is where, a simple matrix like this will come. A, B, A, B. You know that if A is a friend of Bharatan, then Bharatan is also a friend of A kind of thing. Of course, there will not be a relationship between B and B and A kind of things. Something like this can be done. Similarly, if Amuda is a stranger, Bharatan is also a stranger of Amuda. Okay. Partial information is given. There are 4 facts given to you. The way to solve it is making a table like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then solve it. Look at the questions. Who are Gautam's acquaintances? Who is an acquaintance of Amuda? Who is an acquaintance of Chandran? Or what pairs are there? How many friends does Azil have? All these things will become important. Let's solve one by one. First and foremost, the first thing that is given to us on the left. See, there are 7 friends: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7. That means there will be 6 relationships. Now, clearly, you can say that Amuda has 1 acquaintance, 4 strangers, therefore there will be 1 friend. Similarly, Gautam has 3 acquaintances and 2 strangers, therefore there has to be 1 friend. This much is the starting point you can have. Now, let's look at it. A, B, C are mutual strangers. So, A is a stranger to B, A is a stranger to S. B is a stranger to A, B is a stranger to C. Similarly, A is a stranger to A is a stranger to B. So, this is done. Amuda, A, D, and F are Azil's friends. A is a friend of Azil, D is a friend of Azil, and F is a friend of Azil. The same way, I will have to get it the other way around also. Azil, A is a friend of A and F, E are brothers, D and F, D and E, and E and F. Because they're mutual friends and mutual strangers or acquaintances kind of things. This is done. Chandran and Gautam are friends. C and G are friends. So C is a friend of G. So G is a friend of C. This much is gone. Now, one of the important things to notice is there is only one friend of A. There is only one friend of A. This is taken care of. That means, and also only one acquaintance of A. That means there are 4 strangers. You will get 4 strangers here and 1 acquaintance. Similarly, we don't know still about Bharatan. Chandran, we have 1 acquaintance. Chandran, we have 1 acquaintance. We don't know. Dinesh has 2 strangers. We don't know the friends. Azil has 1 stranger. We still come back to this. Funny has 1 friend. Now, please understand that there's only one Funny. Funny has only 1 friend. So there will be nobody else who is a friend here. Similar to our friend A. Gautam has 1 friend. We got it. 3 acquaintances and 2 strangers. This understanding is very useful. Now let's look at this. Every friend of Amuda is an acquaintance of Bharatan. So A is a friend of E. So the E has to be an acquaintance of Bharatan. E has to be an acquaintance of Bharatan. B and E, acquaintance. I'll call it A. Every friend of Amuda is an acquaintance of Bharatan. Now please understand, if B is an acquaintance of E, E is an acquaintance of B. This is done. Every friend of Amuda is an acquaintance of Bharatan, and every acquaintance of Bharatan is a friend of Amuda, which is obviously there in this case. I don't know who else is an acquaintance, but we have only 1 acquaintance for Amuda. I got, 1 friend of Amuda, and 1 acquaintance, I've got it. Similarly, I have got every friend of Bharatan is an acquaintance of Amuda. Every friend of Bharatan, I still do not know, is an acquaintance of Amuda, and every acquaintance of Amuda is a friend of Bharatan. Acquaintance of Amuda is a friend of Bharatan. We still have to wait out to figure out who is the person kind of things. We don't get anything out of this yet. What else can I really get? Now I know, okay, look at Dinesh. Okay, let's look at Azil. Azil has 3 friends, 1 stranger is there. Where do we start with? This is F. Just think about this. F. F has only one friend. Gautam has only one friend. So these friends are already done. Okay, there is only one friend of Funny who is E and one friend of Gautam who is C. Which means to say F and G. Now I'll start with F and G here. A, this cannot be friends. These, because there's only one friend. These two cannot be friends. Now, if it's an acquaintance, again, there could be one acquaintance. If A is an acquaintance of F, if A is an acquaintance of F, I will get Bharatan is a friend of Amuda. I'll get it there. If every acquaintance, Amuda is an acquaintance, if every friend of Amuda is an acquaintance of Bharatan, every friend. So if, for example, if I take, no, first and foremost, I cannot take F and F here. But let's say every friend of Bharatan is an acquaintance of Amuda, and every acquaintance of Amuda is a friend of Bharatan. Now, if any acquaintance, if F and G are acquaintances of A, if F and G are acquaintances of A, they will be friends of B. They will be friends of B. Obviously, because every acquaintance of Amuda, if F and G are acquaintances, if F and G are acquaintances of A, then they will be friends of B. They will be friends of B. If they are two friends of B, which is possible, if B is a friend of F, F has to be also a friend of B. Similarly, if B is a friend of G, G also has to be a friend of B. But we also know already that F and G have only one friends. So therefore, these two cannot be acquaintances. So A cannot have acquaintance of F, F cannot be an acquaintance of A, G cannot be an acquaintance of A. If they are not acquaintances, they are not friends, they have to be strangers. They have to be strangers. Now, clearly, these two are strangers. That means this has to be acquaintance because there's one acquaintance. That means this has to be an acquaintance. Now, every acquaintance of Amuda is a friend of Bharatan. So, A and D are acquaintances. That means D is a friend of Bharatan. D is a friend of Bharatan. DB also is a friend. This is interesting. This is interesting. Now we got what else? So this four strangers we got. This is done. We have now, what else is left out? What else is left out? Okay. There is no more acquaintance. So look at this 4 and 5 again. Every friend of Amuda is an acquaintance of Bharatan. That's done. And every acquaintance of Bharatan is a friend of Amuda. This is also completely done. Every friend of Bharatan is an acquaintance of Amuda. Now you cannot have anything else now. So that means these two cannot be any friends or acquaintances. So please understand, it cannot be acquaintances or friends for F and G. So these two also have to be strangers. Very clearly, these two also have to be strangers. This means these two also have to be strangers. That is done. Now look at what all the other things that we get. Now we look at Gautam now. We have one friend, two strangers. One friend, two strangers. Other three have to be acquaintances. So I'll just put them as acquaintances. If these three are acquaintances, these three are acquaintances here. That also gone. Absolutely perfect. Now let's look at Chandran. Chandran का एक acquaintance आएगा नहीं. Funny का एक acquaintance है. Who else will come in here? Okay. We have E and C. What can E and C be? Okay, look at this. Ezil has one stranger. Ezil has one stranger. Clearly, three friends are there. Two acquaintances are there. One stranger is there. So as this has to be stranger. C and E has to be a stranger. This is also done. Very nicely you will get F. You get only one friend. Two strangers. One you have In fact, let's look at the questions. Actually, some of them. Who are Gautam's acquaintances? Who are Gautam's acquaintances? I can clearly get this answer. Gautam's acquaintances are D, E, and F. D, E, and F. D, E, and F. This is my answer for the first question. This is an easier question. Which shares what is the acquaintance of Amuda? Amuda's acquaintance also, I can get it as D. Who's an acquaintance of Chandan? Oh, this is interesting. This is where we need to get it. So D, F. Now let's just look at it. D and F, both of them. That means there's only one acquaintance. See, this is where you get some kind of an idea. Who is an acquaintance of Chandran? You cannot have both D and F. Only one of them. One of them is a acquaintance. We will see if there's anything else I have missed out on it. Once again, Dinesh is two Fs. Two strangers are there. Ah, got it right. Dinesh has two strangers. There are only two places. This is stranger, this is stranger. That means this has to be stranger, this has to be stranger. Now clearly Chandran has an acquaintance. Chandran has an acquaintance. It cannot be this. Chandran has one acquaintance. Chandran has one acquaintance. It has to be our F. It has to be our F. This has to be our F. It's over. The entire story is done. Which of the pairs are the same type of relationship? C and E and D and G. Let's look at this. CE and DG. No, it is not the same. BC and DE. BC and DE. DE is friend. No, it is not. BE and FG. FG is acquaintance. B and E is acquaintance. Correct. This is the one. 3 is the answer. Next one. How many friends does Azil have? Who are the friends for Azil? 1, 2, 3. Very simple. How many people? 3 friends. How many people are either a friend or a friend of Azil? This is even more interesting. 3 to hai hi. So Azil has 3 friends. So A has E as the friend, which is the same. So no extra addition. Now D has an F. But F is D has 2 friends, B also and E also. E is the same as Azil, but B also can be added because he's a friend of friend. B is a friend of D. Perfect. So 4 till now. And then EF is F and E is only one more. So 4 is the answer. 4 is the answer. Very good question once again. Very interesting. But again, as I said, if you read it carefully, look at the numbers are given so nicely, you will get back all the questions. Right? Okay, thank you.